Welcome back to Let's Talk About It, where we talk about the hard stuff. And today we're going to talk about grief. Grief is one of those things that nobody signs you up for, nobody prepares you for it, and somehow everyone has their own opinion on how you should handle it. So, spoiler alert, most of them are wrong. Everybody handles it differently. So today we're keeping it real and messy and probably a little uncomfortable because that's what grief actually looks like. So today I have a very special person on the podcast. I'll let her introduce
Hi.
herself.
Hello, my name is Raven. I'm Chrissy's friend since freshman year.
Yeah, for a really long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's funny because we used to go around and walk all the time and go to Taco Bell and eat tacos and do all
Walk around Walmart.
yeah.
You got nothing else to do.
Yeah, that's Madisonville for you. So yeah, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Sure. I am 31 years old. I have a beautiful daughter named Charlie. I'm married to my husband named Zach. I'm a bartender and maybe a preschool teacher if I decide to take this job within the next week.
That's exciting.
Yes. Yeah, so I thought about coming on today with Christy and talking about grief because I have a few different experiences with that between losing my father in a traumatic way and then recently within the last year I lost one of my best friends. So
Yeah, really hard.
yeah.
So when is the first time that you kind of remember realizing like, oh, this is what grief feels like. This is what it feels like to lose someone.
I feel like we all kinda like lost in the same way with like grandparents. My grandmother passed away and then growing up, I went to a lot of funerals, which is weird. Like my parents lost a lot of their friends
Mm,
and like family members, uncles and stuff. So I feel like I was really comfortable with funerals, which is weird
well,
because I grew up and it was like it was almost a weird thing because I kind of liked that everyone would get together,
mm,
and that's weird. But I was like, yeah, it's a sad thing, but at least I think that's the innocence of being a kid. Because I was like, yeah, it's sad, but all my family's together.
right.
So, and then I know we talked about this the other day when we in um in high school or no middle school when our classmate Chan passed away. I think that was
Yes.
a really weird awakening being in a funeral with all your
Mm-hmm.
friends and realizing
Yeah,
how
especially.
like your own mortality almost. It's such a weird age.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely when it really hit me too, I think, because we were really young when that
hmm
happened. You don't
And
expect that.
and like social media just started out, and it was like on social media
Yeah, it did.
first.
I didn't even think of that.
I can't remember if it was MySpace, probably Facebook, probably
Was
early
it?
Facebook.
Probably, yeah. And we might have still been on MySpace, but like transitioning
Yeah,
a
yeah,
bit.
that's
Yeah.
so weird.
I know that's weird to say.
Show our age.
People on here probably don't even know what MySpace is, but
Top friends.
yeah. That was a whole nother. We could probably do a podcast about that right there.
Yeah.
And the trauma it caused a lot of
Oh
people.
man. And topics.
Oh my gosh. Sorry about
Yeah, I guess
topics.
we got some stories to talk about topics.
A lot of stories. We'll say we'll have another podcast on that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what has grief kind of looked like for you? Like not the pretty version, I guess, but the real version of grief.
I think I've struggled the most. Like at first losing my dad was probably the hardest because it was such a shock.
Hmm.
And he passed away of an overdose, so it came out of nowhere.
Well, yeah.
So that was really hard because like it's like having a constant question that's
Hmm.
not ever gonna get answered because like, gosh, I wish he could see my daughter, or
Right.
I wish he was there for my wedding, and all these like big moments.
Yeah.
And he's like frozen in time, you know.
Right.
So that's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm sure that's really hard.
But then when it comes to Erin, because she was so young, it's almost like a denial thing.
Yeah.
Like me and my friends joke a lot, but that's also like our humor.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how we always were. Our group, our friendship. So like we'll be like talking about her and then like how much we miss her, and I'll be like, oh, she sucks.
Yeah.
Why'd you have to go and go do that? So
Right.
that's the way. Like it's our fault.
I'm
But
sure.
that's just how it's weird to cope with like so much somber and sorrow when it comes to my dad, almost like a non-believance
Mhm.
when it comes to losing their friend. Because like, you see someone that's your own age is kinda weird. Because 'cause we're almost, like, programmed
Mm.
to expect our parents to pass away, our grandparents, but when you see your own friend that you're supposed to grow up with.
It's different. It hits a little different. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's true. Like, you try to prepare yourself for your parents, but you really can't, but then when a
Yeah.
friend or a young person passes, it just hits different.
Because it's usually not, like usually when hopefully, when your parents the ideal way is they're old,
Mhm.
natural causes, but usually when it's a young person, it's something traumatic happened.
Right. Yeah, very unexpected, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I get the using humor, I think sometimes that's the only way we can kinda cope with it. I don't do
Yeah,
that a lot too. So,
definitely.
yeah.
'Cause, I mean, I feel like that's one of the best ways to cope with things, is at least you get to find some sort of funny out of it
Yeah,
rather than being sad all the time.
just crying all the
I
time.
hear the kiddos.
Yeah, I do too. I think they're trying to make their big daddy here.
2 moms on a podcast.
Oh, there they are. Hold on just a minute. I'll try to cut it out. If I don't, it'll just be there. It's
It's
okay.
fine.
This is
This
real
is
life.
real.
This is real life.
This is
It's real
real.
stuff. That's right. So, is there any times where people say something to you that I guess hurts or is hard to hear, like makes you almost don't even want to talk to them again with grief? Has there ever been a time like that?
Mm,
Maybe you felt misunderstood or
I feel like, that the most best way to describe it is I've seen people say, like, imagine grief is in a round bubble,
mhm.
and there's, like, the red button,
Mm,
and every time it hits that button, you're gonna feel like it's the first time. Like,
mm,
it might not hit all the time, it might hit a lot, it might not hit for a whole week, it might hit for a year, but when it hits, it's still gonna feel the same.
right.
And I don't know. I think a lot of it gets misunderstood when, like I said, with Aaron, us like joking and stuff like that. But we're about to have like a 1 year, it'll be 2 years now. But every year we get together, we do a donation to the Men's Society in her name,
Oh
and we
yeah.
donate money and get together. And it's one thing I feel like that she would be super proud of is all the homies staying together and making sure
Yes.
she's remembered.
She would be very proud of y'all
Yeah,
for sure. And the way y'all are handling it too. Like,
yeah.
um, do you ever feel like there was times when maybe you were in a situation or something where you've had to pretend like you were okay whenever you weren't?
Definitely, I think it was really when Erin passed away, she was in the hospital. It was really bad, like, really fast.
Right.
She got, life flighted to the hospital, and we got there, and she had to be put on a vent, and she
Mhm.
was super sick, and I was almost in, like, a shock thing, and I was worried about making sure her hair looked nice and that she was cleaned up and she had,
Right.
like, her nails done, and I was calling all the home when I realized things were getting bad.
Right.
Like, trying to make sure she looked nice for when people came and saw her. I felt like if I could help her do all these things and, like, make sure my girl felt good,
Yes.
that I didn't have to worry about anything else. And then once she was gone, that drive home
I
from the hospital
it hit.
was really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you were so busy trying to do all that, it didn't
Yeah.
really hit you.
Yeah, I was trying to stay busy for sure. And it was so weird because there was a time when they were like, taking care of her, and we were all outside the hospital, and we were sitting around a table, and it was like just for a split moment. It was the first time we had all got to hang out in a while,
Mhm.
like all of our friends, and it was like we all forgot for just a split moment, and we were laughing, having such a
No.
good time, and I was like, God, I missed this, and then it was like, oh,
Yeah.
then I realized what we were there for, and I was like, it's so weird to be at this table surrounded by other people that I've had nothing but good memories for,
Right.
and it was such a dark day.
Yeah.
So,
It's good that you were still able to enjoy it in a sense, all of you
yeah,
together.
she would want that's how she would want it.
Yeah, definitely. But I get, that sinking feeling that kinda hits you out of nowhere too,
Yeah.
and I think sometimes we try to avoid it, but sometimes we have to just feel it, and that's the
Yeah.
hard, sucky part. So what kinda helped you get through the grief? Is there anything you used to cope or anything like that through all this?
I think just, like, keeping our memory alive, having my friends mostly, like, we talk about her all the time, and when my dad died, I'm an only child,
Mm,
so it was just me, like, I don't really have that close a relationship with my mom, so it was mostly just it was all on me,
right.
and I had no one to share that grief with.
Mm,
Like, there's people, like, that's had their parents pass, not from we have a connection, I'm like, "I know what you feel like." But in that moment, I had no one that understood what that felt like. So losing Aaron, it's nice that I have that shared experience.
right, yeah,
So we all know, like, that traumatic thing that we all went to, at least we went through it together.
right. It helps to feel like you're not alone in it,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
So definitely leaning on the friends, that helps the most, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it goes a long way to have support with anything,
Yeah.
for sure. So is there anything that you would wanna say to people or would want them to know about grief, or about what you've been through with all the people that you've lost?
I think it just however you grieve is okay. Like, I found something that was so small, like when Aaron passed away. I love The Sims. That's one
Oh,
of my
yeah,
favorite
same.
games ever. And I made her a little paradise in Sims, and I made
Aw,
her, and she lives on an island,
that's
and she's
awesome.
surrounded by cats, and she makes tacos,
Aw,
and, she gets to sleep on the beach, and take naps, and I made a video on that, I put that on TikTok, and it blew up.
really?
Like
I don't get on TikTok, but I'll have to get on there.
like 90,000 views, like, so many comments of people being like, "This is such a cool idea," like,
Yeah,
"I've done this with my dad, I've done this with my sister," like, so that's a really weird way to grieve that
yeah,
really helps, and now I get to, like, go in there and check on her, so I would say
I love that.
always do the things that makes you feel better, like wear the t-shirt that makes you feel better,
Yeah,
get together, keep that memory alive because just because they're gone doesn't mean they're gone.
right.
I have Aaron's teddy bear that has her heartbeat in it. Like,
Oh, that's awesome.
I still have the bottle of nail polish that I painted her nails with. It's purple, her favorite color. So we have that, and
And you're wearing purple today.
yep.
I love
And
that.
then we have the homie, and just like I said, the Sims thing was cool, and like I feel like that had a lot of people that brought up that was a cool idea, and they're gonna start
Yeah,
doing that because you could like they were living there virtually,
I love that. That is a good idea.
and it was so sweet because the comments there was like thousands of people on there. I don't know, and they
Right.
were taking the time to be like, "Can we see a picture of Erin? What was her favorite color? Like, what was her favorite movie?"
Yeah.
Hold on.
We're almost done. No, I think
And
I got chills whenever you were saying that. I think that's so
so
cool.
I think it was so cool that people actually go out of their way to be like asking me questions about her and wanting to see pictures and see.
No, I think that's awesome. I love that. And you probably, through that, you probably helped a lot of people because they probably did that to help
I
grieve
think so.
too.
It was
Yeah.
pretty cool. I just put it on there for memory's sake, really, just to write the song, and it
Right.
really people really seem to gravitate toward that.
Yeah, I think
So,
that's awesome.
so
Yeah.
you got The Sims.
There you go. That's what I
You
was about to
need to
say.
grieve, make them a little virtual home.
I love that. I'm gonna have to do that now.
So I saw one story, one of the comments I had to say, it was so sweet, it'll give me chills. This girl said that her ex-husband passed away,
Hmm.
and then right after they got a divorce, he passed away, so she made him in The Sims just to have him, and then,
Oh.
like, a month later, she ran into his sim at a bar in The Sims, and he asked her out on a date.
Oh my gosh, I just got
I
chills.
know,
That
it's
is so
so cute. I
cool.
just love this little story. So it's such a
Yes.
fun little video. I have to show you some of it. It's so cute.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
I'm definitely gonna have to start playing Sims again. I haven't played them
I
forever.
got you.
Yeah, now I
Yeah,
wanna play.
yeah,
I'll have to look at Aaron's little thing you made. I wanna see
yeah.
it. That's neat. Um, Well, thank you for being on
Yeah, of
here and being so vulnerable and
course. It's
on.
so much fun.
Yeah, I love it, and I love it even better that we've been friends forever, so it just felt casual and
We'll catch up.
yeah, definitely. So,
Yeah. Thank you for having me on.
yeah,
Yeah. For you.
thank you. Thank you for being able to share your story
Of
and
course.
help others and honoring your friend and your dad and your grandma and everyone you lost. I think it's
Yeah.
awesome. So,
Thanks.
you're welcome. So, grief is weird, it's unpredictable, and honestly, it's zero respect for your timeline. The thing about grief is the world still spins, and I think that's the hardest part is to have to wake up and still tend to your kids and your responsibilities and stuff when all you want to do is lay in bed and just cry, honestly. Very weird thing. So if you're in a place right now where you feel that way, just make sure to give yourself some grace. And like she said, everybody grieves differently and grieve the way you need to, and make sure you give yourself time to heal and do those things. Thank you for being here and sitting with us. And as always, we'll talk about it next time. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.